We didn't do anything. They earned it. You know, they hit the ball. We didn't walk and we didn't make errors. I'm fine with that. You know, you're never going to be perfect against teams, so you just kind of got to weather the storm and minimize innings. And you know, outside of the 4-run inning there, and then you know, we hit the first guy with the bases loaded coming in out of the bullpen, and you know, we were good. You know, there's no doubt about that.
All right, thank you, Tyson. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that was Crabs manager Tyson Fisher. This is Kevin Wyatt for AM 1480 KGOE.
Thanks, Kevin. Good job. Let me give you the lineup for the visiting Wildcats. Leading off in center field, it's Sam Curtis. Austin Blatnick will be in left field and bats second. Tyler Malone, the shortstop, bats third. Jack Vesey, the DH, bats cleanup. Jake Faulkner in right field bats fifth. Mike Phelan, the catcher, bats sixth. Jordan Bachart bats seventh and will be at third base. Davis Rodrigo at first base bats eighth. And Steven Cisneros at second base bats ninth. On the mound for the Wildcats, it'll be number 44, Dylan Spezia. For our Crabs, David Hamilton at short will lead off, and Brian Pozos at second base will bat second. James Outman in left field bats third, and Jason Newman, the first baseman, bats cleanup. Nick Warren, the catcher, bats fifth. Newt Johnson at DH bats sixth. Ryan Reynolds at third base bats seventh. Mason Cirillo, the right fielder, will bat eighth. Mason Thielander will be in center field and bat ninth. And on the mound for the Crabs tonight, it's Junior Davis. Davis comes in with a record of 2-0, an ERA of 2.25. He started 5 games, 24 innings pitched, 12 hits, 6 earned runs, 10 walks, and 24 strikeouts. As I mentioned earlier, the Crabs are actually, I think I said they're looking for their 20th win of the season against only 10 losses. They're introducing the players now, and we're almost ready to go. The wind is blowing fairly briskly out towards center field. Sun is out, shining gloriously on the field. The band is rocking, and we're about ready to go. Let's go back to the studio and thank a few of our sponsors while we're getting ready to play ball. And we'll be back in a minute. This is Crabs Baseball 1480 KGOE.
Second baseman number 2, Brian Pozos. Batting third from Sacramento State University, left fielder number 8, James Outman. Batting fourth from Cal State Northridge, first baseman number 6, Jason Newman. Batting fifth from Fresno State University, catcher number 4, Nick Warren. Batting sixth from South Dakota State University, designated hitter number 17, Newt Johnson. Batting seventh from the University of Texas, third baseman number 28, Ryan Reynolds. Batting eighth from Washington State University, right fielder number 12, Mason Cirillo. Batting ninth from Lassen College, center fielder number 10, Mason Thielander. And pitching for the Humboldt Crabs from the...
All right, welcome back. Well, we're a little bit behind schedule tonight, so they're just now finishing introducing the players. We'll have the national anthem in just a second. I suppose I'll fill you in on some of the Crabs stats. For those of you who are fascinated by stats, as I am, the Crabs come in batting .287 as a team, which is pretty spectacular, against .218 for their opponents. Their team ERA down to .288 now, and their opponent's team ERA is up to 6.21. The Crabs have just been blasting the ball lately. I kind of giggled a little when I heard Tyson Fisher interview saying they're confident in their offense, because the offense has been just positively dynamite over the last couple of weeks. We're about ready for the national anthem. Do we know who the national anthem? It's the Cub Scouts, it looks like. Looks like a large number of Cub Scouts are going to sing the national anthem a cappella, or at least backed up by the band, maybe. So they're out on the field, and here's the national anthem. Well, that's probably not quite loud enough for you to catch up on the microphone, since they are a series of young boys singing a cappella out there, but it's quite a nice troop of young people, all in uniform, singing the national anthem. Crabs have a day off tomorrow night, and then over the weekend, a very good team will be in town. The Menlo Park Legends. The Legends are next to, I would say, the top speed baseball. The Legends are probably the best team the Crabs are going to play all weekend. I mean, all season. And so you might want to make some plans to come out for that weekend. It's going to be a interesting test of the Crabs. Now you can hear them a little better. All right, that was fabulous.
Good job. Cub Scout Pack 95.
Cub Scout Pack 95.
Throwing out today's ceremony first pitch will be Madison Finney.
So they're about to throw out the first pitch, and then it'll finally be time for Crabs baseball. Crabs are in their home whites tonight. The Wildcats are wearing black tops with red lettering and white trousers. Good crowd on hand already, folks still streaming into the ballpark. Last night, for Tuesday night, we had almost 500 people here, which is a pretty good attendance. Going to be more tonight. There's a big picnic out in right field tonight. And you know, I just want to say a lot of people stayed home and watched that All-Star game last night. And from what I can tell, that All-Star game was a snooze. But if you were here or you were listening to our game, you heard some great baseball last night. Some exciting, explosive baseball. And, you know, that should just be a lesson learned. And besides American League One, which is kind of disappointing. And a whole week off of Major League Baseball, so no reason not to come out and watch the Crabs this week. So Junior Davis into the is taking his warm-up pitches out on the mound. His sixth start of the season. Crabs as a team now have 26 home runs, and it's really this last few weeks since they went on the road trip that the home runs have really been hitting a lot of home runs and really gotten their groove together as far as their offense goes. And so they have been a juggernaut the last several games. I think they're up to 7. Is it 7 or 8 in a row now they've won? Do you know, Kevin? Do you know if they've won? Crabs have won 7 or 8, or what is it in a row now? 7 in a row now, looking for number 8. And something Tyson said in an interview was also interesting. Kevin asked him, you know, what were you looking for? What did you see in the other player, the opposing pitcher that gave you confidence? And that was what was kind of interesting about last night's game, or one of the things that was interesting, is the opposing pitcher was just rolling right along. That was Sevilla. And he had the Crabs well under control until that one inning where the roof just caved in. Before that, he was cruising right along. It looked like he was going to shut the Crabs down handily for most of the night. It didn't last, man, one inning. And the Crabs have been doing that. They've been putting together the big inning. It seems like one or two guys get a hit, and pretty soon the whole lineup is hitting. And another, you know, a 10-run inning on Sunday and a 9-run inning last night. So Crabs offense firing on all cylinders. So here's Curtis to lead it off. Sam Curtis, the center fielder, played in last night's game. He was in left field. He was 2 for 5 with a run scored and an RBI. Right-handed hitter against Junior Davis. And the first pitch from Davis is a fastball in there at the knees for a called strike. Do we have the umpires tonight? Home plate umpire is John Swanson, Michael Cowan at first, and Dan Murphy at third. 0-1 the count. Junior Davis. Next pitch misses away 1-1 from Hoopa, California, just up the road from Arcata here. 1-1 the count. The next pitch is hit in the left field. Outman going back a few steps, and he has it for out number 1. And that reminds me, the Crabs defensively, it's Junior Davis on the mound. Nick Warren is catching. Jason Newman at first. Brian Pozos at second. Ryan Reynolds at third, and David Hamilton at short. Outman is in left, T-Lander's in center, and Mason Cirillo is in right. So Curtis flies out to left. Here's Blatnick. Didn't play in last night's game. And the first pitch, he bunts it out in front of the plate. Junior Davis has it. Throw to first. Oh, and he throws it away. Blatnick is going to head over to second easily. That'll be an error on Davis. Davis had an easy play, and he had plenty of time. He just threw it away. So here's Tyler Malone with a runner at second and 1 out. Last night's game, Malone, I thought he played in last night's game. He did. He was at third base last night. He was 2 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. So Blatnick out at second. From the belt, Davis deals. Swing on a miss. Oh, 1. In there for a called strike at the knees. It's 0-2. Lashed in the right field. Cirillo going back. It's over his head. Blatnick had to hold up, so he'll hold at third. That was a rope, and that just kept going back on Cirillo, who just couldn't catch up with it. So a long single for Malone. Blatnick goes to third, and with runners on the corners, here's the DH, Jack Vesey. Vesey in last night's game was 1 for 4. So opportunity early here for the Wildcats. Runners on the corners, only 1 out. Davis's pitch is popped in the air on the infield. Here comes Reynolds calling for it. He has it. 2 away. Here's Jake Faulkner. In last night's game, Faulkner was in right field. 1 for 3 with 2 runs and an RBI. Here's the pitch. Fastball catches the outside corner. Davis has an excellent fastball. Toss to first. From the belt. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Tried to hold up and couldn't do it. Good slider. Oh, and 2 the count. 2 out, 2 on. Just getting started. Here's the pitch. Slider on the outside corner for called strike 3 at the belt. Faulkner's gone. No runs, a hit, an error, 2 left at the end of half an inning. Wildcats nothing, Crabs coming to bat. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Smell that diesel.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the first inning going to be Hamilton, Pozos, and Outman to bat against Dylan Spezia, right-handed pitcher. Defensively, the Mudcats are arranged as follows. It's Spezia on the mound. Mike Thielen is the catcher. Davis Rodrigo is at first base. Steven Cisneros at second. Jordan Bichart at third. Tyler Malone at shortstop. Austin Blatnick in left field. Sam Curtis in center. And Jake Faulkner is out in right field.
A couple of shout-outs, a couple of birthday shout-outs. First is for Crabs board member Carl. Happy birthday, Carl, and thank you.
Hamilton, last night's game was 2 for 5 with an RBI and 2 runs scored.
To Elizabeth Campbell, happy birthday from all of your friends.
He comes in batting
Now
.308.
Crabs from the University of Texas, shortstop number 34, David Hamilton.
Slugging .492, .425 on base percentage. So excellent numbers for David Hamilton, and he has really steadied the infield after taking over regularly at shortstop. Takes a called strike on the outside corner at the knees. This umpire, who is this again? Swanson, fairly wide strike zone tonight. 1-1 the count now to Hamilton. His next pitch misses low. The 1-1 fastball misses away. Spezia, a very fast worker. Like to see that. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A big cut there from Hamilton and a fastball up at the letters. 2-2.
Glad they didn't just give David Ortiz the MVP.
2-2, fastball away. 3-2. (3-2) misses inside and high, so Hamilton aboard. For the leadoff walk, here's Pozos. 0 for 3 with a run scored in last night's game. He's batting .255. .346 on base percentage.
Wow. Revelation. What a revelation that is.
So Hamilton over at first. Toss over there, and he's back. Hamilton is 0 for 1. Sorry. That's not right. He's 6 out of 7 in stolen base attempts. Next pitch is in the dirt. 1-0 the count. One and 0. Hamilton takes his lead. Spezia sets and comes home, and that's hit down the right field line. Foul into the Wildcats bullpen. So 1-1 now the count to Pozos. Spezia tossed to first, and Hamilton dives safely back. That was a more serious move than the one earlier. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses high and inside. 2-1.
Supreme Court's not going to hear it. No way. The fact that they only check, maybe it doesn't fix it anyway. That's going to be a waste of time.
2-1 the count. Hamilton over at first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase a slider. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him.
Good, you understand exactly how it is.
So Pozos down on strikes. With 1 out, here's Outman.
Now batting from Sacramento State University, left fielder number 8, James Outman.
1 for 3 with a couple of RBIs and a run scored in last night's game. Hamilton still over at first, 1 away now. Bottom of the first inning, no score. And the pitch. Grounded foul over towards the Crabs dugout. That was a good fastball in on the hands, and Outman very late on it. So 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Down and away, 1-1. I keep expecting Hamilton to go, but so far he's shown very little inclination to go. Crabs have not been all that successful on the bases in general, so that might be part of it. 1-1 the count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, took something off and had Outman way out in front. So a ball and 2 strikes to Outman. Spezia shakes off a sign. Now he's ready. And the pitch. Line down the left field line. Foul into the Crabs bullpen. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2, swing and a miss, got him. So back-to-back strikeouts brings Newman to the bat. Hamilton still over at first. Jason Newman was 2 for 4 in last night's game with an RBI. He comes in batting .327, slugging .515 with a .426 on base percentage.
Why does everyone always want to talk to me? I want to send a message right now. You couldn't message me earlier today when I was bored and had nothing to do.
Runner fakes going, and there's a line drive in the left center field. That is going to drop for a base hit. Hamilton will hold at second. And the Crabs have 2 on with 2 outs.
Now batting from Fresno State University, catcher number 4, Nick Warren.
Nick Warren will be the hitter. Warren comes in second in the Crabs to Outman in batting average at .339. He's slugging .492 and has a .447 on base percentage, so some great numbers, and also he's played an excellent catcher defensively. Hamilton at second, Newman at first.
Put the lights, please.
Here's the pitch. 1 hopper over to first base. Rodrigo will take it to the bag himself, and that'll end the inning. No run. There was a hit. There were no errors and 2 left, and at the end of 1 inning of play, we have no score. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second inning, it'll be Thielen, Bouchard, and Rodrigo for the Wildcats.
Shout out to someone at their first Crabs game, or have us wish them a happy birthday from the booth. Head on down to the souvenir stand and make your request for just $1. And
Pretty big crowd
that is the least
beginning to fill up the stadium now. Most of the bleacher seats are full, and flow heading out into right and left field. So for a Wednesday night, a nice crowd on hand. Lots of support from our local fans.
concession stand in right field. And a big thank you to Alchemy Distillery for the water filtration hydration station.
Here's Thielen. He didn't play in last night's game.
From San Francisco State University, captain number 22, Mike Taylor.
Right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a slider out of the zone. It's 0-1. That was a good pitch from Davis. Got him to chase it.
The voice is loud.
The 0-1 misses down and away. 1-1. One pitch is hit in the air to right center field. It'll be Thielander to put it away for out number 1.
Yes.
Here's Jordan Bouchard, third baseman.
Yes.
Didn't play in last night's game. Tried to get us updated stats for these guys, but they have not updated their stats in several weeks, so I didn't have anything accurate I could share with you. 1-0 is the count. His first pitch rides high.
No batting from Yuma College. Third baseman number 35, Jordan McCart.
The 1-0 misses high and away again. It's 2-0. Foul off the fists and out of play. So 2-1 the count. Two one pitch. Breaking pitch in there. Nice one. On the inside corner for a strike. It's hard to tell from me. They're just seeing a curve and a slider, but I think that was the curve. We haven't seen it yet tonight. Till then. 2-2 pitch. There's the slider, and it misses away. 3-2. Full count. Here's the pitch. Fastball is popped high in the air on the infield. Newman calling for it and has it for out number 2. Davis Rodrigo, the first baseman, will bat. He didn't play in last night's game.
First baseman number 21, Davis Rodrigo. What's it, Rodrigo? Yeah, I know. Rodrigo.
It's Rodigo. Davis Rodigo. First pitch misses high and away. It's 1-0. Fastball misses away. 2-0. Two-0 pitch is popped high in the air, back of home plate. Here comes Warren at the fence, and it's over the fence. Just out of play as it bounds into the seats. I put a charge in the fans. 2-1 the count. And the next pitch misses high and inside. The 3-1 pitch. in the air, shallow right field. Pozo's going out on the grass. He's calling for it, and he has it for the third out. So 3 fly outs here in the second inning. We still have no score. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Of the second inning, the Auburn Wildcats.
Welcome back. Johnson, Reynolds, and Cirillo to bat for the Crabs in the bottom of the second inning. No score. Both teams with a hit. Crabs have an error. Here's Johnson. Johnson, the DH in tonight's game. He didn't play in last night's game. He comes in. Let's see. Batting .288, .438 on base percentage.
Now batting for the Crabs.
Here's the first pitch to Johnson. It's a fastball that rides high. Dylan Spezia
Batting for the Crabs.
out for
From South Dakota State University.
inning number 2 for the Wildcats.
New Johnson.
The 1-0 grounded foul towards the Crabs dugout. 1-1 the count to Johnson. And the next pitch is hit high in the air on the left side. Shortstop Malone going out on the grass. He's calling for it, and he has it for out number 1.
Now batting from the University of Texas, third baseman number 28, Ryan Reynolds.
Here's Ryan Reynolds. Reynolds also did not play in last night's game. He comes in batting .222. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander Spezia, and the first pitch is way outside and all the way to the backstop. One and on the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball rides high, 2-0. The 2-0 is just low. So 3-0 to Reynolds. And the next pitch is in there. Reynolds thought about going around on it and ended up holding up, and it's a called strike. So 3 balls and 1 strike is the count. Spezia winds and comes home, and that's tapped out in front of the mound. Spezia off the mound to get it. He throws to first in time to get Reynolds. 2 away.
Now batting from Washington State University, right fielder number 12, Mason Cirillo.
Here's Mason Cirillo. He didn't play in last night's game. He comes in batting even .300, slugging .500 with a .373 on base percentage. So good numbers for Cirillo. And the pitch. Ooh, right inside with a fastball. Backs him off the plate. 1-0. Fastball misses away. 2-0. 2-0. Pitch misses down and away. 3-0.
At the game, thank you. Complete progress.
So 3-0 to Cirillo. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. So a 2-out walk brings up Mason Thielander.
Now batting from Lassen College, center fielder number 10, Mason Zealander.
Thielander, just his 10th start of the season for the Crabs. He's 5 for 33, so he's struggling a little bit at the bat, but his on-base percentage is .370 because he has 11 walks in only 33 at-bats. Here's the pitch. Down low. 1-0. So although he is only batting 152, he's doing what Crabs would like to him to do offensively, and that's get on base, and that's important. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Down low again in the dirt. 2-0. Same spot as the last pitch. Now catcher Phelan's going to go out and have a word with Spezia. Two balls, no strikes. Cirillo over at first. Cirillo's 0 for 1 in stolen base attempts. Here's the pitch. Rides high again. It's 3-0. So he's gone 3-0 on 3 straight hitters now. Ended up getting Reynolds to foul tip one essentially back, not foul tip, but to tip one back to the mound. They walk Cirillo. Here's the 3-0 to Thielander, and it's down low, ball 4. First and second and 2 outs for the Crabs. Back to the top of the order. Here's Hamilton.
Shortstop number 34, David Hamilton.
Hamilton walked in his first appearance. Here comes the manager of the Wildcats out to the mound. And he's doing some pointing. And looks like he's not real happy. There he goes. Now he's ready to go. Give us a pat on the rump, and then he's back to the dugout. All right, Cirillo at second, Thielander at first. Here's Hamilton. Spezia looks out at second, and from the belt deals on the outside corner with a fastball. Oh, 1, swing and a miss. 0-2, took something off and had Hamilton out in front. Here's the 0-2. Tipped foul over past third base. Just hit it off the end of the bat. So the count remains no balls and 2 strikes to Hamilton with Cirillo at second and Thielander at first. 0-2. High and away with a breaking pitch. Here's the 1-2 to Hamilton. Hits that one in the air to shallow right field. The second baseman, Cisneros, out on the grass, has it for out number 3. A lot of pop-up outs so far in this game. Crabs, no runs, no hits, no errors. They did leave 2, but at the end of 2, there's no score, and this is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back. Be the 9-hitter Cisneros to lead it off for the Wildcats. Then Curtis and Blatnick. No score, top of the third inning. Both teams with a single hit. Crabs have an error. Wildcats have left 2, Crabs have left 4. So here's Cisneros. He didn't play in last night's game. Davis into the windup and deals a fastball down and away. 1-0. The 1-0 in the dirt, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to count. And the pitch from Davis. Swung on and missed. Good fastball. Big cut from Cisneros. Two and one. Here comes Davis with a fastball right down the middle at the belt. 2-2. And the 2-2. Foul tip, got him. Cisneros gone on strikes. That is the first strikeout of the evening for Junior Davis. And with one out, we'll go back to the top of the order. Here's Sam Curtis, the center fielder, flied to left in his first at bat.
Leadoff hitter, center fielder number 40, Sam Curtis.
And the pitch from Davis is a breaking pitch on the inside corner. Nice pitch, taken for a strike. Got some action out in the Wildcats bullpen. Crabs bullpen is silent. The 0-1 breaking pitch misses just high. 1-1. One is grounded past third base and into left field. So Curtis aboard. Hit it very hard. Right past Reynolds. And over the bag. So Curtis aboard with a second hit of the night for the Wildcats. And here's Blatnick. Board on an error in his first at bat. Curtis with a good lead over at first. Davis comes home with a fastball that misses inside. Toss to first, and Curtis dives back safely. And the next pitch is a high hopper foul. A ball and a strike, the count to Blatnick. And the pitch. High in the air on the left side. Hamilton going out on the grass. Outman coming in. It'll be Hamilton for out number 1. 2, actually.
Now batting, shortstop number 14, Tyler Malone.
7 outs in the first 2 2/3 innings have been pop-ups. So here's Malone, singled in his first at bat. Curtis still over at first. Here's the pitch, and a big swing and a miss. Add a fastball up. 0-1. Next pitch is a fastball that misses high. Warren was going to throw behind the runner first. Crabs catchers have had a lot of success with that, but he couldn't let go of the ball. 1-1 the count. Davis comes home with a pitch that misses away. Two and one. 2-1, misses away. Throw down to first, and they almost got him. Leaning too far. Better watch himself down there. Both Warren and Denholm have a habit of picking runners off. 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. In on the hands, and it's fouled out of play. So the count full to Malone. VC, the DH, is on deck. Curtis takes his lead. Davis not paying a lot of attention to Curtis with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Misses high with a fastball, and that'll put runners on first and second for VC, who popped to third in his first at bat.
Not bad. Guessing we hit number 41, Jack VC.
That's the first walk issued by Davis tonight. So here's VC. 2 on, 2 out. And the pitch. Misses high with a fastball. The 1-0 is broken bat. Base hit on the left side. They're going to wave Curtis around third. He's coming home. Outman bobbles. Throw to third. Everybody's safe. That'll be a single and an error. The runner would have scored anyway, I think, because the ball was hit slowly. It was a broken bat single, and it just kind of died in the grass. But because Outman bobbled the ball in left field, that allowed Malone to go to third. So it's a single for VC. Curtis comes in to score to make it 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats. And here's Faulkner with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Outman really wanted to get the throw off and just didn't field the ball. 0-1 the count. It just trickled right out of his glove as he tried to scoop it. So 0-1 now to count to Faulkner, caught looking in his first at bat. 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats. And the pitch. Misses high. The 1-1 swing and a miss. Got him to chase the slider out of the zone. 1-2. That was a good pitch. One and two the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses way high. Two. Grounded out to short. Hamilton scoops it. Throw on the run. Inning over. But the Wildcats get a run on 2 hits. There was an error and 2 left. And at the end of 2.5, they lead 1-0. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the third inning. Crabs trailing 1-0. It'll be Pozos, Outman, and Newman, the heart of the order.
Don't forget to purchase your 50-50 tickets from the ladies making their way around the ballpark. Be sure to
Not too worried. They were trailing 5-0 last night,
don't miss out on your chance
and then
to win the big bucks.
came up with 9 runs in the 6th inning. Never looked
Now
back
batting for the Crabs.
as they ended up winning the game
Second baseman number 2,
11-7.
Ryan Pozos.
Here's Pozos. Struck out in his first at bat. Here's the pitch, and he takes a fastball, I guess, high. 1-0 count. Dylan Spezia is on the mound for the Wildcats. The 1-0 misses down low, 2-0, and Spezia has definitely had trouble with his control. He's walked 3 hitters, been behind on a lot of them, but Crabs have not been able to score a run off him. 2-0 the count to Pozos. There's a high hopper on the right side and knocked down by the first baseman, but that's going to be a hit for Pozos. A nice attempt by Rodrigo, diving to backhand it, but it glanced off his glove. Ball was headed for right field. So Pozos aboard with his first hit of the night and the second hit of the night for the Crabs. And here's Outman, struck out in his first at bat. Pozos is 6 out of 7 in stolen bases. He and Hamilton both lead the club. And there's a ground ball slowly on the left side. The second baseman scoops. Throw to first is wide, not in time. It gets away from the first baseman. On his way to third now is Pozos, and on his way to second is Outman on the error. So that'll be a hit for Outman and an error on the second baseman. The ball was hit slowly on the right side in the gap. And the second baseman, Cisneros, did a good job to field it, but the throw was way wide at first. The first baseman, Rodrigo, had no chance to get it, so everybody advanced on the error. So give Outman a hit. Here's Newman, second and third, nobody out. And this is exactly the kind of thing that lately has led to big innings for the Crabs. Pozos at third, Outman at second. And the pitch in the dirt, and it trickles away from the catcher. Here comes the runner from third, and he will score with a head-first slide.
Ryan Pozos scores on the wild pitch, and the Crabs have tied the Wildcats at 1.
On the play, Outman goes to third. Well, that was a big break for the Crabs. Normally, a wild pitch is very difficult to score on because the ball usually rebounds back to the catcher, but that one, the catcher got his glove on it just enough to slow it down so that it didn't rebound. And the Crabs have tied the game with Outman at third. Still nobody out. 1-0 the count to Newman. And the pitch. Fastball swing and a miss. In on the hands. That was a good fastball from Spezia. And Newman's going to take a little walk. 1-1 the count. Ooh, that one hit him. Too far inside. Hit him on the rump.
Now batting catcher number 4, Nick Warren.
So runners on the corners now. Still nobody out. Warren grounded out to first unassisted in his first at bat. Here's the pitch, and he takes down low. Outman at third, Newman at first. 1-0 the count to Warren. Crabs have tied the game here in the bottom of the third inning. And the pitch. Misses away with a fastball, 2-0. So again, Spezia just having trouble getting ahead of Crabs hitters. His control is definitely lacking. He's walked 3 and hit a batter. He's behind 2-0 to Warren. Here's the pitch. That one's lined into right field, and a diving catch by second baseman Steven Cisneros. Here comes the runner from third to score, but that was a great play by Cisneros. That ball was past him, and he reached out with a flat-out dive to make the play. So it's a sacrifice fly. That's the strangest sacrifice I've ever seen. So Newman holds it first. Warren comes in, Outman comes in. And here's Johnson. 2-1 Crabs. Here's the pitch. Slider away, it's 1-0. Newman takes his lead. Throw to first. He dives back, and it gets away from the first baseman, and Newman's going to go down to second. That'll be an error on the pitcher. Just threw it in the dirt. And they might actually award him third because the first baseman definitely impeded his ability to go to second. It took a while for Newman to get around him. They were tangled up. And Newman only made it to second, but honestly, Newman would have been able to make it third easily had there been no obstruction by the first baseman. So they're meeting down on the infield, and I suspect that's what the discussion is about. Newman will at least be at second. The question is, will he be awarded third as well? I think. No. Nope. Okay, they're going to leave it as it is. So he goes to second only. And now he's in scoring position. Crab's already up 2-1. 1-0 the count to Johnson. And the pitch. Oh, when he loses the bat and throws it up against the screen over near the Crabs dugout. Tyson Fisher getting out of the way of that. He fouled the ball up against the backstop. Well, maybe a little too relaxed with his grip there. 1-1 the count. Still only one out. Spezia shakes off a sign. Now after a long look, he sets, glances out at second and deals. Breaking pitch is in there for a called strike on the outside corner. 1-2 to Johnson. Ryan Reynolds is on deck. And the pitch misses inside, 2-2. Two is hit in the air to left center field. That is gonna be into the gap. Here comes Newman to score. On his way to second is Johnson with a stand-up double.
Jason Newman scores on the RBI double by New Johnson. The Crabs take a
3-1 Crabs.
At the plate, third baseman number 28, Ryan Reynolds.
Here's Reynolds. Grounded back to the pitcher in his first at bat. And he shows bunt but takes a pitch on the outside corner. And there's a swing and a miss, 0-2. Next pitch is a fastball called strike 3 on the outside corner. And that's all for Reynolds. That was a good pitch from Spezia there. So Mason Cirillo will be the hitter.
Number 12, Mason Cirillo.
Cirillo walked in his first appearance. Johnson's still out at second. Crabs leading 3-1. They've plated 3 here in the bottom of the third inning. And the pitch is a fastball down and away. And 1-0, grounded down to third base. Oh, and it goes right through the wickets. Here comes Johnson around third. He will score. Cirillo will hold it first on an error. Third error of the inning for the Wildcats. That's an error on Jordan Bechart. No RBI, but the Crabs lead 4-1. So 3 errors in the inning by the Wildcats. Here's Thielander. Cirillo over at first. Thielander walked in his first appearance.
At the plate, center fielder number 10, Mason Thielander.
And the pitch, fastball down low and away. Throw to first and the runner's back. One early count to Thielander. Spezia. Long look over at first. Now he comes home and there's a fastball away. 2-0. Well, he hasn't helped himself much, but neither has his defense in this inning. And the Wildcats find themselves down 4-1. 2-0 pitch. Fouled out onto F Street. Two and 1 to count to Thielander. Cirillo. Short lead at first. Here's the pitch. Misses away. 3-1. Runner goes. 3-1 is inside. So the inning continues, as they tend to do lately.
Now batting, leadoff hitter, shortstop number 34, David Hamilton.
Here's Hamilton back to the top of the order. Cirillo at second, Thielander at first. Manager out to the mound now to have a word with the pitcher. I don't think he's going to take him out. It's too long a conversation for that. I think he's going to leave him in. Okay, the infielders return to their position. Here's Hamilton. 0 for 1 with a walk and a pop out to second base. Cirillo at second, Thielander at first. And the pitch. Misses high with a fastball. He's thrown a lot of pitches already. I don't think he's long for this game. Spezia sets and deals 1-0. High again with a fastball. It's 2-0. A lot of deep counts, a lot of walks. Hit batter thrown in there, a wild pitch. It all adds up to a 4-1 Crabs lead. Here's the 2-0. Down low again, 3-0. Pitch. There's a strike. Looked like Hamilton was taking all the way. 3-1 the count. Ball 4. Bases are loaded. A crustacean on every base now for Brian Pozos, and this has lately been just about the time somebody hits one out of here. So we'll see how Pozos does. He's struck out and singled. The Crabs have batted around now for the third game in a row. They've batted around in an inning. Here's the pitch, and way high, 1-0. Cirillo at third, T-Lander at second, Hamilton at first. There are 2 outs. Crabs have already played at 3, but a chance to bust it open, but good here. Played at 4, I'm sorry. And the pitch. In the air to right field. Should end the inning. Faulkner under it and has it for out number 3. But the Crabs get 4 runs on 3 hits. There were 3 errors and 3 left. And at the end of 3, they lead 4-1. This is Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. It'll be the catcher Phelan, Bouchard, and Rodigo for the Wildcats here in the top of the 4th inning. Crabs are up 4-1. 1 run, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Wildcats. They were all costly. 4 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Crabs. Phelan fly to center in his first at bat. So here's Phelan. Davis comes in with a fastball that misses inside. The 1-0 misses down low, 2-0. Two-0 pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball in on the hands, and it's 2-1. Two-one. High topper down to third. Throw to first. Nice play by Reynolds. That was actually a tough play. First of all, he's in the sun, but also that one had a lot of topspin on it, so at the last second it leapt up and he had to back up on it and then make the long throw to get Phelan. Here's Bacart with 1 out. Popped to first in his first at bat. And the pitch is a breaking pitch and misses high. It's 1-0. One another count, and the pitch. Fastball misses inside, 2-0. The 2-0, swing and a miss, 2-1. Fastball's down low, 3-1. Davis sets and comes home 3-1. Fouled up against the backstop. Three balls, 2 strikes, the count. And the pitch. Rides high with a fastball, and that'll put Picard aboard with 1 out. Here's Rodrigo, the first baseman. Popped to second in his first at bat.
Number 21, Davis, Rodrigo.
Picard takes a good lead, and the first pitch misses inside, 1-0. Davis from the belt, deals. Inside again, throw down the first, and the runner's back. I kind of wonder if that's a ploy on Davis's part, not really paying attention to the runner so they get a big lead, and then Warren throwing behind him after he's lulled into a sense of security over there. Because Davis isn't really paying any attention to him at all. Next pitch is a slider, and he has been doing that tonight. Fastball misses high again, 3-0. The 3-0 is in there, called strike. Three one in there again at the belt. 3-2 to count. Runners going. The pitch is hit high in the air to shallow left field. Outman coming in on it. Camped under it. 2 away. The cart will return to first. And Cisneros will come to the bat. Struck out in his first at bat. Here's the pitch, and he squares the bunt and takes a fastball on the outside corner. Cart takes his lead at first. Davis comes home with a slider, a good pitch, swung on and missed. 0-2. Slider again, I bet. 0-2. Nope, it's fastball, and it rides high. A ball and 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Warren, no advance. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. Popped out of play. Two balls, two strikes. Runner at first, two outs. Top of the fourth, Crabs up 4-1. Slider misses down and away. So the count goes full now to Cisneros. Runner goes, 3-2s. Hit foul over towards the Crabs dugout. Three and two the count. Runner goes. The pitch is taken for strike three on the outside corner. That's all for Cisneros. Second time he struck out tonight. Second strikeout for Davis. No runs, no hits, no errors. A runner left, and at the end of 3.5, it's 4-1 Crabs. It's the Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. It'll be Outman, Newman, and Warren, the heart of the order for the Crabs. We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Wildcats, number 29. And let's see. Oh, there's that. But I also need their roster because I need to know who this guy is.
Oh, new pitcher?
New pitcher, yes. 29.
These are different numbers on the roster, so.
They don't have any of the players on the lineup card, so that roster is a crucial bit of information that we appear to be lacking. So it's number 29, I know that. I don't know. Bye-bye roster, huh? No roster. I don't know, but we really need it. What's all this?
Yeah, it was around here. I just had it.
Well,
How about it? Number 8, James Outman.
here's Outman.
Give me a second.
0 for 1. 4-1 Crabs. And he takes a fastball in there at the knees for a called strike at 0-1. Number 29, left-handed pitcher. The line on Spezia, 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 are earned. He walked 5 and struck out 3. And next pitch is a slider on the outside corner. Good pitch. And it's 0-1. It's 0-2. The 0-2 misses down and away, 1-2. Lights coming on at the ballpark. The 1-2 is lined in left field for a base hit. That was a nice piece of hitting by Outman. He got a slider down and away and just hit it where it was pitched. Second hit of the night for Outman. He's aboard with nobody out. There it is. All right, so this is number 29. This is Hayden Piner. Number 29, Hayden Piner.
Now batting at first baseman number 6, Jason Newman.
Jason Newman will be the batter.
What was the pitcher's number?
29, Piner is the pitcher. Throw to first, and Outman is back.
Wildcats, number 29, Hayden Piner.
Here's the pitch in the dirt. 1-0 to Newman. Newman singled in his first at bat, then he was hit by a pitch in the third inning and scored a run.
I've had like 2 or 3 brain farts and I've been waiting for this. It's the smallest stupid shit. Get it out of the way Tuesday, Wednesday things. Yeah, right. That's people hearing me screw up, right?
Next pitch is hit high in the air to center field and deep. Center fielder going back at the warning track. He reaches up and makes the catch. Outman was standing on second. He'll head to back to first. That was a long fly ball for Newman. 1 away. Here's Warren.
Catcher number 4, Nick Warren.
Grounded out to first unassisted, and then a sacrifice fly to second base. Here's the pitch. Ground ball on the left side. It's over to second for 1. Back to first. And it's around the horn, double play for the Wildcats. A nice play by Jordan Bacart over at third. So 5-4-3 is the scoring on that one. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left for the Crabs. They didn't end at 4. They lead 4-1. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to California State and Federal Employees Credit Union, member NCUA at Cal State and Federal Employees Credit Union. They're all local, all Humboldt, all the time. That's Humboldt's own CSFECU. Join him today. And the Mad River Brewing Company is proud to support Humboldt Crabs baseball. Steelhead Extra Pale Ale is always on tap, so grab one at the ballpark during the game or join him in sunny Blue Lake for a beer and fish and chips or a burger in the beer garden. They are open every day. Curtis, Blacknick, and Malone, top of the order for the Wildcats in the top of the 5th inning with the Crabs up 4-1. Junior Davis out for inning number 4, 5.
Now batting, leadoff hitter, center fielder number 40, Sam Curtis.
Curtis has flied to left and singled and scored a run. And he squares to bunt and misses it. It's 0-1. He didn't really seem to have his heart in that bunt very much. He kind of squared and then just sort of didn't get that close to the pitch, which was more or less right down the middle. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And not swinging that time, he takes a fastball high. So ball and a strike to Curtis. And the next pitch is a slider swung on and missed, 1-2.
It's one of the ugly spring training dodges. Don't mess with what's classic.
And Curtis now steps out.
The 90s with an alternate blue, uniform with white lettering and then with painted. It's like if the Yankees decided to wear
A ball and 2 strikes to count.
an all black uniform.
Here's the pitch. He reaches out and slaps that one. Foul.
They always need the pinstripes at home.
A ball and 2 strikes to count to Curtis. Davis rocks and deals a slider, check swing, and they appeal it first. Did he go around? No, says first base umpire.
I don't know why people like it. It just must be pure nostalgia.
2-2 the count.
Those are some of the greatest uniforms ever. No, they're not. That was like the ugliest cow. That and the Houston Astros.
And the pitch. Misses high, and the count goes full.
They should never have changed from the purple and teal.
3-2 pitch.
Purple and teal is the best.
In the air, foul. Down the left field line. That's probably going to exit the ballpark onto the freeway. Not quite.
I already have gotten used to the red. Then they added the teal in with
Count remains full.
I remember.
Sam Curtis. Davis rocks and deals a slider lash past third base and down the left field line. Curtis takes a big turn and Outman falls down fielding the ball. That'll be a double for Curtis. Probably would have made it anyway. Outman slipping in the damp grass out there. So that's the second hit of the night for Curtis, the 4th hit of the game for the Wildcats, and here's Blatnick. Aboard out an error in the first inning and then popped to short. Crabs up 4-1. Runner in scoring position with nobody out. And the pitch. This is away with a fastball. Look out at second. The 1-0. Misses down and away. 2-0. From the set. Here's the 2-0, and that misses high, and it counts 3-0. In there. So 3-1 the count to Blatnick. And the pitch. Ball 4. Another pitch high, and that puts runners on first and second with nobody out for the Wildcats. Here's the shortstop, Tyler Malone.
Batting, shortstop number 14, Tyler Malone.
Malone singled and walked tonight. Left-handed hitter. He's got Curtis out at second and Blatnick at first. And here comes Eric Giacone out to the mound. Quick break in the action thanks to Harper Ford. Harper Motors is proud to be one of America's oldest automobile dealerships. Established in 1912, they're a true family business serving the North Coast for over 100 years. With every Crabs home run, Harper Ford will donate $50 to local Little League. All right, Cicconi's had his say. He heads back to the dugout. Malone steps into the batter's box, and we're ready to go.
Yes, and there's a sunset in LA too, over the ocean.
1-0 pit. First pitch is a fastball away. It's 1-0. So Junior Davis now struggling with his control a little bit. He has walked 3 now in the game. Here's the pitch. That one's hit hard but foul past first base. One and one the count. And now a bluff towards second. The 1-1. In the air to right field and deep. Going back is Cirillo, and at the track, he has it. The runner on second is going to tag. So Malone just got under that. Blatnick holds it first. Curtis goes to third. And with runners on the corners, here's VC, the DH. Popped to third and singled in a run. Here comes Tyson Fisher. They're going to change. They're going to take Davis out of the game, it looks like. Yep, that's all for Davis. So Davis gets a good hand from the crowd. He exits with a 4-1 lead.
As the world-famous Crabgrass Band has been bought a couple of round of beers, and they would like to thank Tom at Wallace and Hines and Tom at Mad River Brewing. Thank you for.
And we'll try to get a read on who the new pitcher is for the Crabs as soon as I can get a number. Here comes the Coast Guard helicopter buzzing the ballpark. And it's 25, so that means that's Kevin Calderhead on in relief. The line on Davis is as follows. 4 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He walked 3, struck out 3, but he's responsible for the runners that are on base now. Calderhead this is his 6th appearance. He's pitched 8 innings. He's given up 4 earned runs, walked 6, and struck out 3. So Kevin Calderhead on in relief. And I'm trying to remember, what's the minimum number of innings a pitcher has to pitch to get a win? 5. So that means that Davis is not eligible to get the win, or not automatically eligible to get the win, let's put it that way, if the Crabs were to hang on to this 4-1 lead. So Calderhead on in relief. Runners on first and third, only 1 out. Calderhead indicates he's ready to go, and here comes VC. So Curtis over at third, Blatnick at first.
Pitching for the Crabs from Washington State University, number 25, Kevin Calderhead.
Okay, here's VC. Right-handed hitter against the right-hander Calderhead, who deals a fastball that's cued foul over towards first base. So 1-1 the count to VC. 1 out. Crabs obviously looking to turn the double play. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball in on the hands, and that busted the bat. It's a foul ball. That's a rather unpleasant sound, that broken bat sound. No balls and 2 strikes is the count.
Oh, yeah, you don't like it. Sad. Ping, yeah.
0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Ooh, breaking pitch. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Boy, that was close.
Awesome. Thank you.
So 1-2 to VC. Calderhead rocks and deals a fastball. It's fouled out of play. One, two. Called strike 3 at the knees with a fastball. That'll be all for VC. He didn't think much of the call, but he will take a walk to the dugout.
Now batting, right fielder number 24, Jake Faulkner.
So they wish VC happy trails. Here's Faulkner, 0 for 2. Two outs now. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short, should end the inning. Toss to second, and it does. Nice convenient hop for Hamilton. Blatnick is forced 6-4.
The Auburn Wildcats get no runs.
No runs. There was a hit, no errors. And 2 left, and at the end of 4.5, it's 4-1 in favor of the Crabs. This is Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
4-1.
Welcome back to the ballpark. 4-1 in favor of the Crabs. Bottom of the 5th inning, it'll be Johnson, Reynolds, and Cirillo. Johnson has popped to short and doubled in a run. Scored a run himself. And he takes first pitch down low. It's 1-0.
Now batting, designated hitter number 17, Newt Johnson.
There's a 1-0. Fastball misses high. 2-0. Two-0 pitch down in the dirt. 3-0. Hayden Piner out on the mound for the Wildcats, his second inning of work. And the next pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
Twitter's quiet. Anything on.
The next pitch is a breaking pitch on the inside corner. Johnson thought he had a walk. He was about to head to first, but instead it's a called strike. 3-2. Tap foul. Wide of third.
I hate how Instagram has gone away from reverse chronological. It's the stupidest
3-2 pitch. In the air to left field. He got under it. Blatnick over to get it near the line and has it for out number 1. That'll bring Ryan Reynolds to the bat. He's 0 for 2.
Now batting third baseman number 28, Ryan Reynolds.
And here's the pitch to Reynolds, and it's a fastball taken for a strike on the outside corner.
Oh, God, that was a little back.
0-1. Grounded, just foul past first base. 0-2.
Watch out, Bersinger.
The 0-2 misses down and in, 1-2. The 1-2 breaking pitch misses high, 2-2. Both bullpens are quiet. Two-two pitch. Whoa, way down and inside. Almost hit his foot. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. And the next pitch, swing and a miss. Got him at the high fastball. First strikeout for Piner. And with 2 away, here's Cirillo.
Mason Cirillo.
A board on a walk and a board on an error. And the first pitch is a fastball down and in. A ball and no strikes to count to Cirillo. Here's the pitch. 1 hop out to second base. Should end the inning. And does. Crabs go in order in the 5th. They lead 4-1. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to Lost Coast Brewery. Take a tour at the Lost Coast Brewery's huge $27 million bottling facility, where you'll find T-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, bottle openers, stickers, and, of course, beer. Kids are welcome. The tour schedule is Friday through Sunday, every hour from 12 to 4. That's at 1600 Sunset in Eureka. Phelan, Bacart, and Rodigo for the Wildcats. I keep wanting to call them the Mudcats. That's my problem. I keep wanting to call them the Mudcats. And there's a line drive into left field coming in on his outman, and he has it for out number 1. So Phelan lines out for the first out of the 6th. 1 run, 4 hits, 3 errors for the Wildcats. 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Crabs. Kevin Calderhead out for his 2nd inning of work.
Batting, third baseman number 35, Jordan Bacart.
Here's Jordan Bacart, 3rd baseman. Popped to first and then walked. Here's the pitch. Misses high. Oh, catches the outside corner of the breaking pitch at the belt. Yikes. Okay. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Catches the inside corner with a slider, and it's 0-2.
Not anyone obvious. I might ask for one of the relievers who pitch because they've actually done a pretty good job. Because they have a lot of scoreless appearances.
The 0-2. Oh, way out, way inside. So far inside it was behind him and all the way to the backstop. That one obviously slipped out of Calderhead's hand. It's gotten rather chilly at the ballpark. So light fog has rolled in. One and two to count. And the pitch. Oh, breaking pitch called strike three on the outside corner. That Backhardt's not happy, but he's been shown the door. Adios. Second strikeout for Calderhead.
Number 21, Davis Rodrigo.
And here's Davis Rodrigo. Popped to second and flied out to left. And the pitch. Calderhead's fastball rides way high. One 0 pitch. Misses inside, 2-0. Fastball fouled against the screen. Two balls, one strike to count. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses high. 3-1. Popped high in the air, foul territory, right side. And Newman has it for out number 3. Wildcats go in order in the 6th. Crabs lead 4-1. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Crabs leading 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th. It'll be T-Lander, Hamilton, and Pozos. Thanks to Patty Stoke and Remax Realty, Crabs sponsor and supporter for more than 20 years. Patty's been selling real estate for just as long. She'll handle all the legwork for you and cover all the bases. Give her a call at 496-3295 or find her on Myrtle Avenue in Eureka. Here's T-Lander. 2 walks tonight.
Center fielder number 10, Mason Sealy.
And as I noted earlier, he has had quite a few walks in his few at-bats. In 33 at-bats, he now has 13 walks. So his on-base average pushing 400 now. 1-0 the count. He takes a pitch outside. Next pitch is on the out in the same spot, but it's a strike this time for some reason. It's 1-1. 1-1 pitch misses down and in, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Down low, 3-1.
Making another it? Apparently they're making another it movie.
3-1. Swing and a miss. It's 3-2.
Scary enough.
3-2 pitch. Called. Strike 3 on the inside corner. T-Lander is done. 1 out. Here's Hamilton. 0 for 1. 0 for 1 with a couple of walks.
Shortstop number 34, David Hamilton. Automatic pilot, I'm sorry.
A lot of buttons. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt, takes the pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. He dived out of the way of it, but it's called a strike.
Somehow my arm just decided on my side.
0-1 count. This catches on another pitch on the inside corner. It's 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count to Hamilton. Piner rocks and deals. Oh, a breaking pitch and a beauty at the knees, called strike 3. Wow, what a pitch. Piner's pitched very well since coming on in relief in the 4th inning. He's only given up 1 hit. He's struck out 3 now, and that's it. Here's Pozos. Struck out, singled, fly to right. And the first pitch from Piner is down low. Here's the 1-0, and he shows bunt, but takes it down low, 2-0. Two-0 pitch, way outside and all the way to the backstop, and it's 3-0. Three balls, no strikes to count. And the pitch. Fouled out of play. James Outman on deck. 2 outs, nobody on for the Crabs. Leading 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the 3-1. Ball 4. Pozos is aboard with 2 outs. Here's Outman. Struck out and then a couple of singles.
Outman's up. Now batting left fielder number 8, James Outman. Just hanging out.
So Pozos over at first, 2 away.
It's always fun up here anyway.
Piner sets and looks at first and deals. A fastball swung on and missed. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. And now a toss to first. Pozos is back. Oh, 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, blocked by the catcher. No advance.
I already announced the Brett Bush happened.
Do we have an attendance number?
Okay. Don't hate on him on his birthday or something.
Do we have an attendance number tonight? Not yet. Okay. 1-1 the count to Outman. I'll let you know how many people are here as soon as I know. Here's the pitch. Ground ball on the right side. Scooped up, dropped by the second baseman, and everybody's going to be safe. E4.
I would say so.
Cisneros. So now the ball gets away somehow. I don't know what happened.
I didn't see it either.
I didn't. I was scoring in the book another error. I don't know on whom, and Pozos goes all the way to third. I don't know what to say. Sorry, folks.
Now batting.
See if
First
I
baseman,
can-
number 6, Jason Newman.
All right. So at any rate, it's first and third now for Newman.
Yes. I would say
Runner on first goes. The pitch is grounded on the hole on the left side and through for a base hit. That'll bring Pozos in to score, and Outman will go all the way to third. Nice piece of hitting for Newman. Shortstop Malone went over to cover second, and Newman hit it exactly on the spot that he had previously occupied, and it's 5-1 Crabs.
take a 5-1 lead.
I think just give him one error because somebody said it.
Now batting. Catcher number 4, Nick Warren.
Here's Warren. Warren singled, hit by pitch, fly to center, and then singled again. So Outman at third, Newman at first. 5-1 Crabs. Here's the pitch. Fastball check swing, and it's a called strike. The 0-1. Down low, 1-1. And the pitch outside, 2-1. Two-one misses high and away, 3-1. Three-one pitch in the dirt. Everybody's going to hold as the catcher has a little trouble getting the ball. Warren goes down to first, Newman to second. Bases are loaded now for Johnson.
Now batting, designated hitter number 17, Newt Johnson.
Warren at first, Newman at second, Outman at third. Crabs have played it a run here in the sixth to take a 5-1 lead, but a chance for a lot more here with Johnson at the bat. Two are out. Piner winds and deals in there for a called strike. The 0-1 way outside. 1-1. One is fouled up against the screen. One ball and two strikes is the count. Here's the pitch. In the air to center field. Playable. Curtis under it and has it for out number 3. But the Crabs get a run. There was a hit and an error and 3 left. And at the end of 6, they're up 5-1. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to Eureka Rubber Stamp. Eureka Rubber Stamp Company has been in business in Humboldt since 1954, locally owned and operated, manufacturing rubber stamps, engravings, vinyl signs and lanyards, novelty items, stencils, and more. New memorial rocks are also now in stock. They're at 520 F Street in Eureka, and they're open from 8:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Also, thanks to the Alibi, now 2 locations open on the Arcata Plaza to serve you. Not only are they home to the best Bloody Mary in town, but they have a large breakfast menu that's Crabs board member approved. When the Crabs play, beer is $1 off. That's the Alibi on the beautiful Arcata Plaza. Cisneros, Curtis, and Blacknick to bat in the 7th inning. Kevin Calderhead out on the mound for his 3rd inning, and there's a ground ball out to short. Hamilton scoops it up, bobbles slightly, throws to first, still in time to get the out. 1 away. That brings up the leadoff hitter, Sam Curtis, who's 2 for 3 tonight.
Center fielder number 40, Sam Curtis. And last call for alcohol. Don't blame the messenger. It is his birthday, so don't hate on him right now. He is just doing his job.
And the pitch to Curtis is a fastball that misses high. 1-0 the count. And he's showing bunt and takes it for a strike. A ball and a strike to count. Here's the pitch. Popped in the air on the left side. Reynolds calling for it. Now Hamilton calling for it. It's going to be Hamilton to put it away for the 2nd out. 2 away. Here's Blatnick, the left fielder. 0 for 2 with a walk.
Number 27, Austin Blatnick. Well, they haven't, but the thing is that, like, no one forces them to have to learn. So I don't know how to do it. Well, okay, then don't do it. No, do it. You're going to learn how to do it. Like,
here's the pitch. Fastball misses high. It's 1-0.
but used $10,000 in school money by Tyler. Which is against twice.
The 1-0 is fastball on the inside corner for a called strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Broken bat, few hops down the 3rd, and dropped by Reynolds. That'll be an error on Reynolds. His 2nd of the night. I think it's his 2nd of the night. 3rd error of the game for the Crabs. And that'll put a runner on first with 2 away. Here's Malone. Malone 1 for 2. He takes a fastball away.
That's a 1-1 rating for sure.
The 1-0 in the dirt goes all the way to the backstop. Blatnick's going down the 2nd. Here's the throw down there, and it won't be in time. So Blatnick advances on the wild pitch. He's in scoring position with 2 away. And the count's 2-0 to Malone. The 2-0 fastball misses away, 3-0.
At the plate, shortstop number 14, Tyler Malone.
.30 pitch. Fouled up against the screen. It's 3-1. Fastball is in there for a called strike. Full count. Blatnick out at 2nd, 2 away. Crabs leading by 4. We're in the top of the 7th. And the next pitch Grounded over to first, backhanded nicely by Newman. Toss to the pitcher covering. Nice play all the way around. Wow.
Wildcats get no runs.
No runs, no hits, one error. There was a runner left, and at the end of 6.5, 5-1 Crabs. This is smooth. Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back. 7th inning stretch here at the Arcata Ballpark. Crabs up 5-1. Thanks to True Motion Fitness, a unique approach to movement health, focused on building a stronger, balanced, and stable you so you can move through life and desired activities with greater enjoyment and efficiency. True Motion Fitness is located at 901 O Street in Arcata, and their phone number is 822-3018. So here's Reynolds to lead it off in the 7th inning. And the first pitch from Hayden Piner is swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Reynolds 0 for 3. On 1 to count. Here's the pitch. Check swing, and he takes it for a strike. It's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Grounded in the hole on the left side and knocked down by the third baseman. Throw to first. What a play. Wow, a spectacular stop on a ball that looked for sure like it was headed to left field by Jordan Bacart. Wow. One away. Mason Cirillo will be the hitter.
Now batting right fielder number 12, Mason Cirillo.
Cirillo is 0 for 2. 1 run, 4 hits, 4 errors for the Wildcats. 5 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for the Crabs. The first pitch to Cirillo is over his head as he ducks out of the way. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball is down low, 2-0. Hayden Piner has done a good job since coming in relief. He has given up an unearned run, but that's about it. 2-0 pitch is popped out of play. Two one. Out of play again. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. 1 out, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning.
It will be 2020.
2-2 pitch. In the air, shallow left field. Shortstop running towards the line in foul territory. A nice play by Malone as Cirillo fouls out for out number 2. Here's Mason Thielander. He's walked twice and struck out looking.
Now batting center field number 10, Mason Zealander. Major League Baseball needs to call a hockey team to suspend the season for 3 weeks. That'll never happen, but that's what I think should happen. Why can't?
Here's the pitch. Fastball is in there at the knees for a called strike.
Hell yeah, keep them coming.
0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. This is down and in, 1-1. The 1-1 in on the hands, and he fouls it out into the stands, and it's off the umbrella that covers over the beer garden. Beer garden's not exactly, it's not quite a beer garden, but it is a beer area, and you can get beer there. 1-2 the count. And the pitch. Ooh, just misses down and inside with a breaking pitch. 2-2. Two outs, nobody on for the Crabs. We're in the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, he got him. Crabs go down in order in the 7th, but they lead 5-1. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back. Thanks to North Coast Audiology, always working to provide patients with the best possible care. That's North Coast Audiology at 2818 Harris Street in Eureka. You can call them at 443-4503. Also, the North Coast Co-op, a natural food consumer-owned cooperative grocery store located in the far reaches of Northern California. They're in Arcata at 8th and I and Eureka at 4th and B. New pitcher on the mound for the Crabs. This would be either Petito or Gomez, and I'm pretty sure it's Gomez. Yeah, it's Jake Gomez on in relief of Kevin Calderhead. The line on Calderhead, for 2 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 2 and didn't walk anybody or give up any hits or runs. Gomez comes into the game with a record of 0-1, 9 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 10 runs, 7 of which were earned, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. So Jacob Gomez with a 5-1 lead will pitch the 8th inning at least. Or pitch in the 8th inning at least. Here's VC, the DH, to lead it off. So far tonight, VC is 1 for 3 with an RBI. Gomez, one of 2 sidearm pitchers for the Crabs. Sets and deals. A fastball is lashed, foul, way foul. Hit very hard, but way foul. 0-1. The 0-1 is grounded out to second base. Pozos scoops it up and throws him out. 1 away. Here's Faulkner, the right fielder. Faulkner is 0 for 3. And the first pitch is a fastball away. It's 1-0. The 1-0, swing and a miss on a fastball in on the hands, and it's 1-1.
Yes. Attendance was 714.
714 folks at the ballpark tonight. And that next pitch hits Faulkner in the back.
Thank you.
So he'll head down to first with 1 away. And that'll bring, that'll bring Mike Phelan to the bat. Phelan, the catcher tonight, is 0 for 3. So Faulkner over at first. Gomez looks over there. Now he sets and deals a fastball in there at the knees. Good pitch. Oh, and 1. Another one misses just outside, and it's 1-1. One is grounded out to short. Throw to second for 1, back to first, and the Crabs turn a beautiful 6-4-3 double play. Oh my, I didn't think they were going to get that. The ball was hit slowly. Hamilton all over it. Wow. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. At the end of 7.5, it's 5-1 Crabs. This is Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. New pitcher on the mound for the Wildcats. It's number 34, Tanner McVeigh. The line on Piner, 4 innings pitched, 2 hits. He gave up 1 run. It was not earned. He walked 2 and struck out 4, so some fine pitching by Hayden Piner. He gives way to Tanner McVeigh, who will face the top of the Crabs order, Hamilton, Poselis, and Outman, with the Crabs leading 5-1, a run on 4 hits, 4 errors for the Mudcats, 6 hits, 3 errors for the Crabs. Hamilton tonight has walked a couple of times and struck out and popped out. So he's 0 for 2. Crabs win this game. They'll go to 20-10 on the season. And then they will take tomorrow night off and await the Menlo Park Legends for a 3-game series starting at 7 p.m. on Friday night. And as I've said, that Legends team is a really good team. And so they're going to be quite a handful for the Crabs.
Pitching for the Auburn Wildcats from Cal State Monterey Bay, number 34, Tanner McVeigh. Okay, he gets 3.
So here's Hamilton.
Crabs, leadoff man, shortstop, number 34, David Hamilton.
Here's the pitch. Fastball taken low. 1-0.
I'm sure the winning entitles him to that.
The 1-0 is fouled out of play. A ball and a strike to count. A 1-1 misses away, 2-1. Well, the pitching's been good mostly tonight on both sides, particularly good on the Crabs side. The fielding's been spectacular at times, sketchy at others. Teams combining for 7 errors tonight. But we've seen some great plays on both sides. Next pitch is a fastball on the inside corner, 2-2. Overall, a fun series with the Wildcats. Two and two the count. And the pitch. Check swing, and he rolls it out towards short. He bobbles. Throw to first is not going to be in time. Hamilton scooting down the line will beat it out. That'll be another error on the Wildcats. That's their 5th error of the night.
Now batting second baseman number 2, Brian Pozos.
Here's Pozos with Hamilton at first and nobody out. Pozos tonight is 1 for 3 with a couple of runs scored. Toss to first, Hamilton's back. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses high. Another toss to first, and the runner's back. Wildcats have left 8 runners on base. Crabs have left 10. Runner goes. The 1-0 is grounded foul into the Crabs dugout.
Naomi wants to know if you can announce the Travis from his things again.
All right.
Thanks.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Hamilton returns to first. Hamilton takes his lead. Here's the set. It's popped high in the air towards second base. The shortstop calling for it. In on the grass, and he has it for out number 1.
Now batting left fielder number 8, James Eltman.
That brings James Outman to the bat. 2 for 4 tonight. Hamilton's still over at first, 1 away now. And now a toss over there. And Hamilton goes, but he stumbles, and he will make it back to first. Catcher was thinking about throwing it down there. He had a good jump, but he stumbled 3 steps in. The pitch is a strike. The 0-1, another strike on the inside corner. It's 0-2 to Outman. 0-2 the count. Toss over to first, and the runner is back. Here's the 0-2. Pitch misses away. 1-2. One and two the count. 1-2. Fouled up against the screen. 2-2 the count. A ball and 2 strikes to count. One-two pitch. Fastball misses away. 2-2.
They're more fun. Before they went. Most of the rest of them didn't make it out either.
2-2 the count. And the pitch. Fouled out of play. One out, Hamilton over at first. The count is 2-2 to Outman. Throw to first. Hamilton's back. He had Thievin on his mind earlier. So McVeigh's keeping an eye on him. Here's the pitch. Not going, swung on and missed, strike 3. 2 away. And here's Jason Newman.
Now batting, first baseman number 6, Jason Newman.
2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. All right, Hamilton leads off over at first. And the pitch to Newman is in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. A ball and no strikes is the count. And the pitch. Fouled out of play. One and one. Runner goes. The pitch is taken for a strike. The throw down second is not going to be in time, and Hamilton has it stolen. That is his 7th, I believe. Yeah, 7 out of 8 tries, and he now leads the club in stolen bases. Meanwhile, the count's 1-2 to Newman.
Okay, no more. Travis, we don't need to bug him anymore. I haven't said it yet.
And the pitch. This is down and away. 2-2.
Dipping that to Tahiti with all that extra cash, huh? That'd be where I'd go if I had to skip money.
2-2 pitch.
Announce my citizenship.
Swing and a miss. Got him. No runs, no hits, 1 error, a runner left, and at the end of 8, it's 5-1 Crabs. Stay tuned. Top of the 9th inning coming up. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Jake Gomez gives way to Austin Ragsdale to close it out for the Crabs. Ragsdale comes in for his 11th appearance on the season, 15 and a third innings pitched. He's given up 3 earned runs. He's walked 3 and struck out 16. So Ragsdale been very consistent for the Crabs. It'll be the bottom of the order for the Wildcats. Picard, Rodrigo, and Cisneros, with the Crabs leading 5-1. Friday night, want to be here. Crabs versus the Legends. Ragsdale takes his warm-up pitches. 4th pitcher of the night for the Crabs. The line on Gomez, who pitched 1 inning. He didn't give up any walks or hits. He didn't give up any runs. He didn't strike anybody out. Here's Ricart. 0 for 2. And the first pitch is a fastball down and away, 1-0. The 1-0 is hit into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Over to get it is Outman. And the Wildcats have the leadoff runner aboard here in the 9th inning. They need 4 runs. Here's Rodrigo. 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. That one's hit in the gap in left center field. Over to get it is Outman with a little leap. Nice play. Boy, that looked like it was trouble. Outman right on it. 1 away. That was tagged. Here's Cisneros. 0 for 3. Oh, it's going to be a pinch hitter. Somebody whose uniform number is not on either of the 2 rosters that the...
Number 28, Taylor Field.
Oh, it's Taylor Field, okay. How can he pinch hit if he was the catcher tonight? Oh, it's from last night, okay. It's Taylor Field pinch hitting for Cisneros, who was the catcher in last night's game. Next pitch misses down and away, it's 1-1. One out, runner at first. Top of the 9th inning, Crabs leading by 4. Field in last night's game was 2 for 4 with a couple of RBIs and a run scored. Here's the pitch. And he grounds that one out to short. Should be the end of the game. 2nd to 1, back to first. And they got him. The throw is high, but the tag is made. The game is over, and the Crabs have won their 20th game of the season. Wow. For the Crabs, 5 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors. For the Wildcats, 1 run, 5 hits, 5 errors. The win goes to Junior Davis. Davis is 3-0 now on the season, and the loss goes to Dylan Spezia. The Crabs will meet the the Menlo Park Legends Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday at 12:30. You're going to want to hear for all 3 of those games. It's going to be some exciting baseball. Till then, this is Benjamin Schaefer. It's been a lot of fun bringing you a game tonight. Thanks for listening. Go Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.
And welcome back to the Arcata Ballpark, where the Crabs win their 8th game in a row. Yes, their 8th game in a row. Tonight's game was a score of 5-1 over the Auburn Wildcats as they sweep the short little 2-game series. As the Crabs, again, winners of 8 games in a row. And really, since they had issues scoring against the Top Speed Baseball, the team that came right before the 4th of July, the Crabs really had issues scoring runs. But since the 4th of July, it's been an 8-game winning streak, and the Crabs really have had offense galore, as they say. Had no problem scoring runs. They won 11-7 last night, and tonight 5-1 as they sweep the Auburn Wildcats in the short little midweek 2-game series. Crabs, 5 runs, 6 hits. They didn't commit 3 errors. That's something I'm sure that might be a little concerning to them. The Wildcats, however, and a reason why the Crabs were able to come away and win is they committed 5 errors. And overall, 1 run, 5 hits, plus those 5 errors committed. And that really contributed to some runs being scored. In fact, only 3 of the 5 runs the Crabs did score were earned. And as a result, Crabs really made it a wider margin than what the Wildcats had really a chance to come back from. And again, winning 8 straight. They're now 20-10 on the season. And the Crabs really, once again, responded to falling behind early. In the top of the 3rd inning, the Wildcats actually led real briefly after Sam Curtis led off with a single and eventually made his way around the bases, aided by an error in left field by James Outman, and was able to come in on the RBI single by Jack Vesey. And that was the only scoring that the Wildcats will be able to do. The Crabs down 1-0 in the 3rd inning, and from what we've heard Tyson Fisher and the rest of the Crabs players say throughout the last few games is even when they fall behind, they're confident. They really don't let any lead really feel insurmountable. Granted, it was only a 1-run lead tonight. Last night they were down by 5, but all the same, every time they'd fall behind, it seems like they've responded right back. And in that bottom of the 3rd inning, Brian Pozos led off with a single. They actually sent 10 men to the plate, so Brian Pozos actually batted twice. He singled to lead off the inning. James Outman also singled, then an error at second base allowed it to be runners on 2nd and 3rd. The first run of the game would actually score on a wild pitch as Pozos came in as the ball went to the backstop. That tied the game at 1. Jason Newman was then hit by a pitch, and another run scored on a throwing error. Actually, I take it back. The run scored on it was actually a sacrifice fly officially. However, it was a line drive, and it was a great play, a great catch at second base by Steven Cisneros of the Auburn Wildcats. And that would have saved multiple runs, but officially it's a sacrifice fly as Nick Warren hit a line drive, and Cisneros really made a diving catch going out into the outfield to be able to handle that play. And because he went so far out and had to dive for it, that gave James Outman enough time to come in and score. Newt Johnson then singled in Jason Newman. Again, Newman advanced on a throwing error by the pitcher, so he made it to second. That allowed Newt Johnson to come up, and he hit an RBI double. And that was the 3rd run of the game as Newman came in and scored. And then another error contributing to a Crabs run. Mason Cirillo hit a ground ball right through the legs of third baseman Jordan Bacart, and that allowed another run to come in, and it was at that point 4-1. The Crabs would add on another run, a one-out walk to Brian Pozos. He made it to third base on an error at second base, and then Jason Newman able to knock him in with an RBI single for the 5th run of the game, and that is how the Crabs were able to get their scoring and really did a great job in limiting the Auburn Wildcats and their opportunities, despite the 3 errors. And Junior Davis, give him a lot of credit. He is the local boy as he comes right down the road in Hoopa. That's where his hometown is. He pitches in the University of Antelope Valley, which, if you're not familiar with the geography of Southern California, that's in the upper desert region of Southern California, Lancaster, Palmdale area. And that's where Davis plays in the NAIA, and he's come back home for the summer to play for the Crabs and has done fairly well for himself. Tonight went 4 to 3rd innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, also had 3 strikeouts and 3 walks. However, he did not go the required 5 innings to pick up the win, so instead it was Kevin Calderhead, and he pitched in 2 2/3 perfect innings as he picked up 2 strikeouts along the way. Jacob Gomez with a perfect inning. Austin Ragsdale pitched the 9th, allowed only 1 base hit, but that did not matter as the Wildcats and Steven Cisneros hit into a 6-4-3 double play to end the game and really nullifying the effect of that single against Ragsdale. So once again, the Crabs bullpen doing an outstanding job of shutting down the opposition after the starter comes out. We've seen multiple times this season where we look down the string of relievers that Tyson Fisher would send in for the Crabs, and they'd have nothing but zeros on the run column. And really, what more can you ask for out of a bullpen than to really not let the other team score? As Austin Ragsdale coming in to join us, and he's one of the shutdown relievers we've been talking about, and several times this season we've seen nothing but zeros on the scoreboard after the bullpen has taken over the game for the Crabs. Thank you for coming in, Austin.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Having a solid season, coming into tonight, a 1.76 ERA in 15 innings. So, I mean, what's worked well so far coming out of the bullpen?
Just kind of doing what I've been doing, trusting the defense, and most importantly, just throwing strikes.
Now, have you been primarily a starter or a reliever in your college career?
Oh, reliever.
So this is something you're used to. So, preparing for a time later in the game through the bullpen, knowing that, especially with the game on the line, that you're going to be in more high-pressure situations than if you were starting, how does that kind of affect your preparation?
Not much. I know that if the game's close, I have a better chance of going in. So, peeking up at the scoreboard, just realizing I might go in, I just kind of get my mind ready and just do what I do and throw strikes and let the defense work.
Now, do you really study the batters during the game from the bench or from the bullpen before you come in, or?
No, not really.
Not really, yeah.
Well, I trust the catcher. Hopefully, the catcher, he calls the right pitches most of the time, and I trust him. So
how's Nick Warren done calling the games? Because from what I've been hearing, the catchers get a lot of leeway in calling the pitches to throw.
Yeah, him, Nick, and Denholm have been doing pretty well. I don't think I've shaken off one pitch, so letting them call it, and they've done a pretty good job so far.
So, at Sacramento State, how does the atmosphere compare? Because we ask a lot of the players around here, and they say this is some of the best crowds they've played in. So, what's it like playing at a big D1 program like Sacramento State?
I love it. I mean, the fans here definitely love their baseball, and we have some pretty loyal fans at SAC, but they definitely get pretty loud here. And with the band and everything, it's a cool experience.
Now, what type of improvements are you trying to make as a pitcher for your next season at Sac State?
Me personally, I feel like I need to work on more 0-2 pitches. Not giving the hitter anything to hit or giving away a pitch. That's probably the biggest thing so far.
Now, is there a secondary pitch that you maybe think of approaching those type of situations with?
Most of the time it's an off speed, which is what I need to work on more of. Rarely it's a fastball. But, yeah, just the off speed 0-2.
Whether it be a changeup or a curveball or something.
Yep.
So what do you think is your best? Like, you have the fastball. What's your best secondary pitch then if you're trying to improve on your?
I like my changeup. I got more confidence in that.
So coming from Northern California, Giant fan, A's fan, or?
No.
Not neither, huh? That's a surprise. Most of the Northern Cal kids have been Giants or A's. So what does your affiliation lie?
No real favorites.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of go along as the playoffs go, and I'll pick who I like and root for them, but no favorite, no diehard fan.
Now, how are you? Besides playing for the Crabs, how are you dealing with no baseball for 2 days? I'm losing my mind. The Crabs are the only thing keeping me sane right now.
Well, in the apartments, I don't have cable, so
there we go.
I've been without baseball for a few months, but yeah, no, the Crabs game's enough. It's been all right.
Well, you've really shut down and done a lot of good work for the Crabs, and we wish you the best of luck throughout the rest of the summer and to your college career, and keep taking away hope from the opposition as they try to come back, as it seems like you've done a pretty good job of doing so far.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, that was Austin Ragsdale, the reliever. Tonight's, it was a 4-run lead, so you can't say he got the save, but you could say he still closed the game out tonight. But either way, did a great job. Only a 1-base hit, got that double play, and ended the Wildcats' dreams of a comeback. So Austin Ragsdale, the relief pitcher for the Humboldt Crabs. We're going to take one more 60-second break. Yes, Tristan, we'll be one more segment after this, and we'll wrap things up. You're listening to Humboldt Crabs Baseball here on AM 1480 KGOE. And welcome back to the Arcata Ballpark as the Crabs had beaten the Auburn Wildcats by a score of 5-1. We just spoke with Austin Ragsdale. Had a 1.75 ERA. I said coming into the game because the stats weren't quite uploaded yet. Now they're here at my disposal. And including tonight's performance. And really, a lot of the members of the bullpen have also done an outstanding job. But for Ragsdale today, a 1.65 ERA after today's game. So this is on the summer. A 1.65 ERA. He's made 11 appearances, 16 and a third innings. And has a whip of under 1. Yes, he has allowed less base runners than innings pitched. He's only allowed 10 hits, 3 walks, and that's it. Even if you factor in the 2 hit batters he has, still less base runners that he's allowed than innings pitched. I mean, especially out of the bullpen, especially when you're in high-pressure situations and you've only got an inning or two to really show your worth and really be effective. And oftentimes Ragsdale comes in with guys on base or just nurturing a one-run lead. He's really done an outstanding job in shutting down the opposition. A 1.65 ERA in 16 and a third innings pitched. No record, but really he's done all he's been asked to do out of the bullpen. Does have a save to his credit. As Ragsdale, along with Zach Stone out of the bullpen, Ryan Ralston has a 2.55 ERA. Reed Fandenstein at 2.66. Kevin Calderhead, and we want to mention him as well because he has done an outstanding job out of the bullpen as well, especially tonight. Calderhead really showed what type of performance he can turn in. 2 2/3, perfect. Yes, perfect innings, and really throwing a perfect inning period is not an easy thing to do. And, of course, much is said about when a pitcher can throw a perfect game, all 9 innings of 27 up, 27 down. Well, even going 2 2/3 innings of doing that is no easy challenge. And Calderhead tonight did that. 2 2/3 perfect innings, and now he's lowered his ERA to 3.38. Has a 1-0 overall record, 6 appearances, 10 2/3 innings, and has allowed 7 base hits and 6 walks, so a little more than 1 base runner per inning. If it's right around 1, it's considered pretty good, as many times, guys will allow a walk, a base hit, however, in an inning, and oftentimes the average is well over 1. Austin Ragsdale right around 1 in his walks and hits per innings pitched, and limiting base runners is the key to keeping runs from scoring, and especially tonight, Kevin Calderhead did an outstanding job. Jacob Gomez tonight also put in a no-hit performance, a perfect performance, and that led into Austin Ragsdale to shut things down in the 9th inning. Like to take a look at some of the offensive performers tonight for the Crabs, and we'll also get into the pitching numbers as well. But first, the offensive performance. We'll also go into the Wildcats numbers as well. The Crabs really didn't generate a whole lot of offense and were helped by 5 Wildcat errors, but they made it count. Brian Pozos went 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored. James Outwit went 2 for 5 with a run scored. Jason Newman 2 for 4 with an RBI. Nick Warren had that line drive to second base, and if not for an excellent play by Cisneros, he would have gotten credit for it. Instead, it was a sacrifice fly. Well, I guess, is there such thing as a sacrifice line drive? I don't think anyone's ever called it that, but that's really what it was, a sacrifice line drive, as hit it right on the screws, and it was an excellent play by Cisneros to make a diving catch. But that was deep in the hole in right field, and a heads-up play. And it was really a heads-up play by James Outman to come in and score on that ball, because most guys would have been like, oh, it's a line drive caught, I have no chance to make it. But he immediately ran forward to home and was able to make it in without a throw for the second run that the Crowds were able to score. So good awareness by James Outman. And Nick Warren, even though he gets credit for a sacrifice fly, it was really a sacrifice line drive, got the RBI. New Johnson went 1 for 4, and that's basically the production the Crabs were able to put out tonight, as they got 3 earned runs, otherwise 5 runs overall. Again, the 5 errors on the part of the Wildcats really contributed to the Crabs being able to have some success. Looking at the numbers, Auburn Wildcats only managed 5 hits themselves as well as a run. 2 of those 5 hits came from Sam Curtis, the leadoff man. He went 2 for 4 with a run scored. Tyler Malone, the shortstop, went 1 for 3. Jack Vesey went 1 for 4. And finally, it was Jordan Backart in the order going 1 for 3. Otherwise, those are just the 5 hits. So 2 hits by Sam Curtis and a hit each by Malone, Vesey, and Backart. And that's all the offense that the Wildcats were able to muster this evening as they drop their second game of the 2-game series, are swept by the Crabs. And the Crabs, again, winning at 8 in a row. Looking at the pitching, we already went into Junior Davis's numbers, and here they are one more time. 4 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run, 3 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Kevin Calderhead went 2 2/3 perfect innings, as we mentioned before, with 2 strikeouts. Jacob Gomez, a no-hit inning, did hit a batter in his inning, but otherwise did not allow anything else. And Austin Ragsdale allowed 1 base hit, but nothing else in the 9th inning, as he was able to induce a double play to erase that base runner he did allow to shut down the game. And looking at the pitching performances by the Auburn Wildcats, Dylan Espezia pitched 3 innings, allowed 4 runs, only 3 of them were earned, however. What really killed him, however, wasn't the 4 base hits, but it was the 5 walks. And just thinking to ourselves, Benjamin Schaefer and I, it was, if he's going to walk this many guys, he's eventually going to find himself in trouble, and that's exactly what happened, as the Crabs were able to touch him up for 4 runs in that 3rd inning, as he really did struggle with his command. Give credit, however, to the Wildcats bullpen, and in particular, give credit to Hayden Piner. He came in and pitched 4 innings, allowed only 1 earned run on 2 base hits, also had 4 strikeouts and 2 walks, but again, less base runners in innings pitched is what we're stressing is an important thing, and that's what he did tonight. And despite the fact that the Wildcats kind of gave him a hole to work with, he did his best to keep the Crabs at bay, and if not for some defensive miscues on the part of the Wildcats, he did exactly just that. And Tanner McVeigh pitched the 8th inning, and it was a perfect 8th inning as he got 2 strikeouts, as Tanner McVeigh showing what he can do here for the Crabs. That'll do it here at the Arcata Ballpark as the Crabs beat the Auburn Wildcats 5-1 to finish the 2-game series, and they've now won 8 games in a row, have the record now to 20-10. Crabs will be off tomorrow night. They'll be back in action Friday. That'll be our next broadcast. As the Menlo Park Legends, they haven't been up here in a couple of years, but they always bring a formidable team. So they'll be coming up to the Arcata Ballpark for games Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It is Crabs Hall of Fame and Alumni Weekend. There'll be prizes handed out throughout the weekend, and there's some good ones. Gift certificate to Big Blue Cafe, a fishing trip, a half-day fishing charter out of Trinidad. That's a good prize right there, and several other prizes that will be given away. On Saturday will be the Crabs Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and there will be silent auctions to buy jerseys off the backs of the players. So really, lots of good stuff going down. And then Ed Ventures in the Park. Ed Ventures, I guess, is what they call it, spelled with an E, Ed Ventures. As it'll be activities for the kids on Sunday, as they have different quests and games going on throughout the day, as kids are invited to come to the ballpark and participate in that, as well as they get to run the bases afterwards, as well as they do on every Sunday. So really a lot of fun, a lot of activity coming to the ballpark this weekend as the Menlo Park Legends come to town. So I'd like to thank the Auburn Wildcats. They really did a great job giving us info. I'd like to thank once again the Humboldt Crabs. And speaking for Benjamin Schaefer, this is Kevin Wyatt saying so long from the Arcata Ballpark as the Humboldt Crabs beat the Auburn Wildcats by a score of 5-1. Next broadcast Friday as the Menlo Park Legends come into town. First pitch scheduled for 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 6:50. If you are coming to the ballpark, gates will open at 6. And until next time, have a very pleasant good evening, everybody.